Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Prancing Pony Podcast Plays. I almost called it today's Tolkien Times because I was just writing some episodes of the TTT recently. But no, this is the Prancing Pony Podcast Plays. So welcome, happy Saturday. Hope your weekend is going well. And boy, I'll tell you what, I'm just glad this is going to be a lot shorter stream than it was this time last week. I mean, by this point, we were already 3 hours into what ended up being an 8-hour stream, and it was just wonderful getting to know so many of you. So many new folks stopped by, and then of course we had a lot of folks actually come by for some awesome chats with. Oh goodness, I mean, obviously Sean Marchese was the one that sticks out in my mind. But I think we had Airplane Facts with Max, we had Marcel, we had Miranda, we had. I know we had others. I know Don Marshall stopped by, at least in the chat. There were so many others, but yeah, that was fantastic. Yes, I did have a quick snack, Katie. Thank you. I didn't have a lot of time to actually have proper meal, but I will do that after. As we know, hobbits eat throughout the day anyway. So, and I'm a hobbit in all but name, just as the professor has said. So, all right. Well, it is good to see everybody. Before I get started with Lord of the Rings Online, do we have any questions in the chat? Anything about, well, anything about anything? I mean, I'll answer questions about whatever's going on. Katie, did I forget about Katie? Oh, no, we did have Katie, who actually started it off with a talk about the moot. Our feathers on and all but name. I mean, I know I have some similarities, mostly in the gray hair, but really, I'd like to think I'm better than our Farazan, slightly, tiny bit. I mean, like I would like to think that I wouldn't fall for Sauron's tricks, and that if I did, I would at least maybe draw the line at human sacrifice. I did not forget that you were on. I just forgot to mention you. There's a difference. But yes, you were, and it was wonderful to have you on to be able to talk about that. I actually don't have my Celsius today. I just have water. Um, I had I had Celsius this morning with breakfast, so I don't really. I try not to have two a day since they have something like 220 milligrams of caffeine. So I think that's like a triple shot of espresso. So let's not have a second triple shot, shall we? I have sometimes, but not very often. So, oh, I thought, Katie, I thought you were talking about I have and would have two Celsius, but you were saying about a cape. I've never worn a cape that I'm aware of. Um, I don't know that I need anything to make me look wider. I feel like that might sort of like why I would never wear a double-breasted sport coat or suit. Just a bad idea. Which would I rather have, Tar Aldarian or Ar-Pharazôn? Can I not have a king if that's the case? I didn't have a Boromir cosplay. I did have a Keeley one in 2012, and yeah, I did have a cape. Yeah. Um, I'd rather not have either king at that point, Hassel. No kings, shall we say. Um, all right. I just realized I got accidentally political. Not going there today. Not going there. $200 pies. Good heavens. Wow. That is something. That is something. Well, I didn't mean to, Katie. I didn't mean to. It was, I just meant literally Numenor would sometimes have been better off. Here's the thing I'm going to say with Numenor. They would have been better off if they changed the rules, changed the law about agnatic primogeniture when Silmarion was going to be the heir. Because if Silmarion had been queen, that means that entire line of the faithful, from Belandil all the way down to Elendil, would have been kings instead of simply lords of Andunier. And I think the history of Numenor would be very different. In fact, I think the world might still be flat. Nate asks a moot question. With my experience hosting and attending moots, mostly attending, I mean, we really only have hosted one digital and one hybrid. Do I have any attendee pet peeves? As somebody who's attended, about the only thing that annoys me is when there isn't enough time to take a break and go get food. Like if you're scheduling talks every minute of every day and they're overlapping talks and they go from 11 in the morning, 10 in the morning until 5 or 6 at night. Like, when do you expect me to take a break? You're telling me I'm going to have to miss something. So I like a packed schedule, but I don't like a super packed schedule. One of the things you miss in LotRO is seeing how Osgiliath would look like before the war. They do a lot of things that were like before the war. They do a lot of, this is what it looked like before, and then after. That might be something they could do one of these days, because that would be amazing. Especially if we could go back really far, like pre-Civil War, and see the Master Stone in Osgiliath, which was like 6 feet in diameter. Giant palantir. That would be amazing. I would absolutely love that. In fact, wouldn't that be cool if since they do have the license for Lord of the Rings, they could do a Gondorian Civil War set of missions. You know how like we go back in time and we get to do some of the Siege of Barad-dûr missions at the end of the Second Age? They could go back further and do the Gondorian Civil War. Ho, ho, ho. The kind of the introduction of the people who would become the Corsairs of Umbar. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Roomy. Where did that come up earlier? Because Roomy is the costume that I've had to order for my 11-year-old daughter for Halloween. She wants to be Roomy. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Hassel. I don't think it could have, I mean, over a couple thousand years, yeah, probably. It would just with the sediment, right? It would sort of slowly grind. But yeah, I think it was probably just sitting there under the bridge in Osgiliath for a very long time before it slowly moved down the river. Because a 6 foot wide, a stone 6 feet in diameter is not going to be floating down the river. This is made of igneous rock, or is it igneous? No, what? Like pumice stone. That might, but I got mine from Amazon. I mean, they're all, Chinese brand knockoffs, right? They're all just, so you roll your dice, you take you pays your money, it takes your chances when it comes to Halloween costumes. I went with one that, because she really, 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 really wanted the wig, I had to go with one. The only one that included the wig was one with the yellow jacket, as opposed to the black jacket. Yeah, giant rock goes across the ocean. I mean, they put the stone that Isildur, had them swear the oath that the man, my brain is drawing a blank. But that thing was the height of a man sticking out of the ground. So it was gigantic. To have that on a ship, like Stone of Erech, thank you. Why is my brain drawing a blank on the Stone of Erech? But to transport that on one of those ships, it's the same idea, though, the same magical ships that have like infinite carrying capacity. I'm convinced that's the model they went after for Rings of Power, because otherwise I don't have any explanation for how they got an entire cavalry unit over to Middle Earth. All right. Well, Rings of Power jab's done for the day. All right. Any last bits before I dive into the game? Let me just grab some headphones here. Oops. All right. So as we typically do, for those of you who are new, we do turn off the chat overlay, because if we don't, then the screen ends up being too small. So, hello. There we go. Say goodbye to that, and then let's add that other camera, which will simply be my PC. And I'm going to turn on chat for me to see. But folks, if I miss anything, please don't hesitate to ask a second time. Katie will send it to me in a chat that's a little closer to my line of sight than the other one over here. But yeah, just feel free. All right, let's take the mute off. You know what I meant to do before I got back into this? Oh yeah. Hassel, go back to the episode in I don't remember now. It was one I did. I'll have to look it up after, but Katie will probably know. Yeah, it's something like, well, yeah, the height of a man. So Erendil was taller than most even Numenorians, but a typical Numenorian would have been, well, I mean, heck, I think we know that Aragorn was 6'4", but there's no reason to think that we're talking about something that's probably like the 6'8" to 6'10" range was the size of a typical Numenorian man. So yeah, we're talking about a stone that's 14 feet in diameter. We did some math on that because there is some vagueness about half the height of a man. Is it half the height of a man when it's buried in the ground? Or I mean, sorry, when it's half buried, is it the height of a man when it's half buried, or is the whole thing the height of a man? So we did some maths based on both. So Katie will be able to pull that up and tell you what episode that was in. But we did some fun math breakdowns about how much that thing would weigh. And if she can't pull that up, then when we're done with LotRO and I get back to the chat, I'll be on the computer where I can actually find that for you. And we can talk about the weight of stone of that size. So, all right. So here we are, folks, in Lord of the Rings Online. Going to ignore the Fall Festival for now. And we are in the Foundations of Stone. Evils beneath the something, right? Place elf stones at abyss cracks, and that's really what we need to do. That's the most important one. So I'm not really going to worry too much about the others. All right. Katie, if she can't pull that up, I can hear her now. I find your lack of faith disturbing. All right. Of course I did the math for that. I did the math for things like Boromir's horn. Denethor hears it in Minas Tirith. If it's not a magical horn and he actually heard sound waves from the original blast of the horn, how long did it take to travel there? And how loud must it have been at the source? The answer is so loud that everybody within a few square mile radius would have been obliterated, totally imploded from the sound pressure difference. I mean, it's literally impossible for it to be a physical thing. All right. So we are off. We need to try to get to these cracks. Let's see. Let's turn on my find the path. And let's also turn on track mines because we really do like the mines. And they call it a mine. Really not a fan of this place. Can we stop doing things in the Foundations of Stone soon? I'm going to try to find this one up here. Oh, there it is. Crack in the abyss. Yeah, I love doing like the sciencey things in Middle Earth when we're doing that stuff, you know? I want to go that way. Oh, there's the other crack in the abyss. So we just have to take care of the spider, the guard, and the terrifying Globsnaga troll. or not so terrifying. Oh, I am too, Nate. Brett's awesome. Can't wait for that. So look, here's the thing. Do I really want to do a freshwater cure and Queen and the Fungus? I do not, unless I'm back in those areas. So we're just going to go travel back to Lenglamel, because the double M means it's got to be a long consonant, Glammel, but Lenglamel, I guess. I would have thought it would be Lenglamel, but it's Len. I think it's something like that. This elf. Okay.
We must find Mithrandir, if he yet lives.
Mithrandir, find Mithrandir. $272. Well, the math would have been more recently, so that sounds about right. 272 versus 45 or 46. The math was done with one of the new co-hosts. I can't remember now if it was James or Dawn. I want to say James, but I may be wrong. I'll Google it. I'll search for it on my computer when I get done. All right. When first we arrived here at the Foundations of Stone, we did so at the request of Lady Galadriel, and had one primary objective, to learn what fate befell Mithrandir, the Grey Pilgrim, in these very depths. Yes, I speak of Gandalf. He passed into the shadow of the abyss, and it was the hope of the lady that he might be found, and found safe. The elf Magor sought him for many days, but found no sign. Magor still has not returned, Hilbern, and I am beginning to worry. There are two places I would have you search for sign of either Mithrandir or Magor: the top of the bottom portion of the Endless Stair, and the Black Lake. When you have searched both places, I hope you will have some sign of either the wizard or Magor. So I'm supposed to search the Black Lake and the top of the bottom portion of the Endless Stair. So that's going to be, okay, all the way back over there. Fun times. Fun times. We'll go out this way, since this is the only way out. Which leaves you with this chilling challenge: to find a way out. Katie, really, there's no need. I will find it. I just can't find it yet. I'm trying to think if there's a way out from this way. I think there is, right? Nope. I mean, there's always this way. Well, I don't want to do that necessarily. Oh, that's the spider cage. Yeah, I really don't want to do that. I'm in the wrong area if that's the case. This is just a terrible place. How many more quests before I am not in this area is what I want to know. So that's the thing. You have to come down here, and then you're way the heck out in the wrong spot. So you basically have to turn back around and go this way. We have to make our way south before we can make our way east. And basically, we have to check out in the middle of the lake. So here, if you see my mouse cursor, down here is where we need to look for things. That's going to be the top portion of the stairs. And then, you know what? Let's just take a horse to the nameless places. Oh, it's too late now. All right, let's just do this thing. Do I want to test if I could survive that? No. No, I do not. Not when I can just walk to it. That's a dead end. I have no trouble with you, Globsnuggetro. I'm off to find Gandalf. I'm off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of... Wrong wizard. Huh. Do I want to keep going this direction? I don't know. I think so, maybe. Yeah. I think I want to go down this way. This is how I get down to the lake. They said I could have a lakefront home. They didn't tell me what lake. Ooh, because that's scar deposits. Also, I think there was a quest that I did down here that I ignored, got rid of. We're going to see if either one of them are down here, because I think now that we're down here again, Queen of the Fungus is down here. I'm going to turn off the freshwater cure and remove that from our tracker. But we've got Warding Runes, which is, all the way over. Probably not going to do that. Same with Unacceptable Diet. Yeah, we probably won't, but who knows? I'll leave them active just in case. Oh, sure, I'll accept that invitation. I just had a total stranger ask me to join a fellowship. Always say yes to total strangers. That was actually phony advice, folks. Please don't try this in the real world. Kids don't do this at home. All right. I have a complaint of LotRO. I had to run through all of Yondershire and everything was red or purple. Why would you have had to walk there if everything was over level? Huh. Okay, I want to actually get down there. How? Oh, no, maybe I don't. Maybe it's up there somewhere. Ah, maybe it's this path down. Yeah, I think so. And then we have to hang a left. There we go. Who had a stable for me? Yeah, still have that soldier. You know, I just click on the X to get rid of that. My bad. Huh. No, this is just the way down. I don't really want to go down that way, so I'm not going to. Maybe it's like this. Ah. There we go. Maybe. And then left. I don't really want to do that. No. No, I do not want to go swimming in that water. No, I don't really. I'm not going to use. I don't have any skirmish soldier time. Okay, Foundations of Stone. I'll accept that summons. Catching up here. Mark, first time catching one live. Never played here for vibes. We are all about the vibes here. In this case, the vibes of sitting perfectly still while waiting for a travel skill to engage. Yeah, that water nearly killed me. Nearly killed me. I think Katie's going to help me here. I'm not sure. This could be a trap. Aha. Stable Master. Aha. Here we are. Oh, and we could get more quests too, but I bet yeah, fellowship quests. Fellowship quests, of course.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
All right, so what we want to do is make our way this way. I didn't actually doubt you. I pretended to doubt you, Katie. Why is my health so low? Why is my health so incredibly low? That's weird. I mean, like, where did my health go that it was like, who hurt me? All right. So we want to hang a left or go straight ahead into the lake, but I really don't want to go into the lake. Oh no, I trust Katie's combat prowess. I mean, she's level 150. These are, level 60 mobs. She's only going to be killed by, if she's level 150, she'll only be killed by like level 140 mobs when a bunch of them attack and they're green because that is her weakness. But here, I think she'll be just fine. What are you telling me I have to get out there? I'm not. Oh, I see. But there is a little land spit there. You see that? You see off in the distance? So it looks like I'm going to have to go all the way around the lake. So I guess that's what we're doing. It's going to make our way through this charming area in the bottom of Moria. And Katie may, in fact, go ahead of me and kill things to make my job easier. I don't know. We'll see if she does. Snarling Overseer. Oh, we're not too far away from the warding runes, but you know what? I'm not interested in that right now. I'm interested in the Skarn. I don't doubt Katie in this context. Oh, come on. Die already. Just going to try and avoid aggroing those mobs for a little while. Just try to get around. Runekeeper's a lot of fun. The balance is fun. Is it true that a new open world Middle-earth game? It's true that there's talk one is in development. That is, some company has said they would like to develop a game that's going to be a little bit like what was the Harry Potter one? Can't remember the name of it in this context. Sometimes that happens, Nate. You just have to quit and get out. Okay. So this is one of those things where there's really no other way to do this except to just go across, right? Huh, the water didn't kill me. Hogwarts Legacy, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you just have to alt tab out of the game or ooh. Is this where the Yep, I think this is where the land spit is. Yeah, yep. Oh, because the last time I was in deep water, I was swimming and not walking. Oh, except look, my health is down again. Why? I've got nothing that's actually. This is bizarre. There's no status. I'm going to try a resistance food, something like. There we go. Lamb and onion soup. Okay. Discovered the bridge shard. Oh, it's the part of the bridge that came down from the first hall. And here is Gandalf's burned hat. The hat is burned and ashen, but certainly once belonged to Gandalf the Grey. Now we just need to search the top of the bottom portion of the endless stair, which is over here, but the only way back across the water is this way. Because if you go that way, I think you die and there's no way out. Well, I am so glad you're able to get back into a PPP TTT obsession. That's awesome. See, I just don't know. It's like, is there a condition that it triggers? Some sort of weird... All right. So I think it might be easier to go... No, probably easier to go back to the right. What do you think, Katie? If I go back around the east side of the lake to go to this thing in the southwest, or do I go all the way around that way? Because I don't think there's a way. I think I have to go this way. Because remember when I was over here, there was no way to that side, the south side of the lake. So I'm just going to do this. Make my way around. Oh, okay. Oh no, your LotRO client crashed. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate the effort. But yeah, I think. Ooh, what's a blind strider? Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. See, like a roving thought. 23,000 hit points. I'm going to have to do something tricky here with this guy. Let's do camouflage. And then we'll use all my points to do a flaming upshot. And then we'll do here Heart Seeker. Okay, I think we might have him. He was a tough kill, but you know. Okay, so he was carrying a shard, which is always back in the early part of this game, you know, when Moria was Cap, was certainly a nice thing to have. All right. Somebody's going to remove that troll or spam bot. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and head on directly south and see if we can go ahead and bury the fallen dwarves and use that rune rock while we're here, you know. Since we're never coming back here, we can help it. Wow, that's a lot of bad guys. A vile overseer, a howling overseer, and a shrieking dark maw? What the heck is that thing? And a pulsating darkling. Oh, that's charming. I think we might be near the rune rock, though. That's... No. Very close to the rune rock. There's a dead dwarf. It must be in here somewhere. Yeah, I'm right close to it. Ooh. Message. From Tungdil, who sends me a hope token. Very kind. Let's see. Got a question in chat here. My Stephen Colbert fan, a little bit. I mean, I have to admit, I haven't watched. I mean, I'm a fan in the sense that he's clearly talented, but I go to bed long before his show is on. I will say this. We've reached out to him like a gazillion times being like, hey, come on the show. And I don't even get I don't even get a response. Like, and he name drops Corey, the Tolkien professor, in Hall H at Comic-Con. But not us. Not us. So I don't think we're on his short list of, yeah. This is a really interesting area here. Oh, there's another dwarf. And there's the other dwarf that we're going to have to go get here in a minute. Dark Maw Master. What are these creatures? I've never seen anything quite like these in the rest of LotRO. And usually monsters are of different types, right? They're the same. But wow, these guys are... Oh, another blind strider. This guy was nasty. Oh, he's going to hurt me. I'm going to use Bard's Arrow, see if he'll make him go away. It didn't. Okay, it just killed him, though. Dead is better than gone. The Dark Warden. I think that's the boss. I'm supposed to defeat the Rock Warden, not the... So that's not the Warden that I want. Might not be the guy that I want, but it's the guy I'm going to take. Come on, Dark Warden. Come get yours. Dead. All right, so where is this stone thing? Katie, I see that you're not too far from me. Maybe you could help me find this rune rock that I'm supposed to find? You might have to kill some things on the way. All right. Following you. This little darkling, like, tentacles. Why did it have to be tentacles? I feel like I'm headed the wrong direction according to the map, but I'm going to trust you, Katie, because I don't doubt you. Oh, but you don't know. Well, stick around because I might need your help just to beam out of here. Like I may have to give up on this if I can't find the warding rock, right? Okay, I'm turning around, which is good. We want to kind of go. Oh yeah, see, we want to go south. Oh, I'm back up on the lake? No. Okay, I want to go this way. Show me the map or share the quest. I don't know that I can share the quest. Let me see. Because if you've completed it, of course, it won't be shareable. But that's a good point. Let me share warding runes. Here we go. Share selected quest with all nearby. You don't have the quest, but it would be at an earlier quest in the quest chain. So there's no way for me to actually share it with you. That's the case with all of the ones I'm on. But I think we go this way. Which is where I've been before, but I think there was a misturn. Okay. We still have to search the top portion. Top of the bottom portion of the endless stair. So maybe you know where that is and I can follow you there. Oh, hey. I think it's this way now. Yeah. This way. We're not far from it according to the map. I mean, I must have just missed it the first time around. I'm like right on top of it. Or underneath it. Hello from Finland. Yeah, the target in the middle of the lake is the is not the quest I'm on. Okay, so it's maybe it's back. It's clearly a vertical thing, and I went that way before, so let's go this way. Three levels below it. Yeah. Yeah. I went to the left before and went like in a big circle, so I'm thinking it might be this direction. Kind of looks like a boss here, right? Elder Overseer. Yeah, this has got to be it, right? Nope, it's not. Just got to get through this though, and then hang a right somewhere. This is disgusting. Okay, dead end. All right, so you know what? I'm getting tired of this. Use the rune rock. Lies near Mazab Dune on the eastern shore of the lake. Okay, then let's get out of here. Because that's not the lake. But you look at where that ring is flashing, and it sure looks like it's... I mean... At this point, I'm just going to give up. I mean, really. Ah, Dark Maw. Because according to the map, I should be looking at it there. Like somewhere up in there. But we just were in there. Couldn't find it. So let's go find the endless stair. We're going to forget warding runes. And instead we're going to search for the top of the bottom portion of the endless stair. And Katie, you know where that is, so I'm going to follow you, okay? You. You. I'm going to follow you. Come on. All right. Where are we going? Okay, I'm following you. And when we want to port out, we can always talk to Nokvi at the Shadowed Refuge because I've got a mithril port to him. You're fast. Oh, because you can always boost your speed with some of the legendaries. And I'm only, level 63. Might need to wait up a tiny bit. There we go. Okay. All right. Following you. Yep. I remember you were telling me how you found the bottom of the stairs. That's while I was off doing something else here in this Eru forsaken part of the world. Nah, it's all right. I know. You think I can't say no. I just want to get out of this vile place. Whoa, that's something. That looks like it might be something. I'm thinking that might be the beginning of the stairs. There we go. Search the top of the bottom of the... Oh, I've done the foundations of stone, all 5 of 5. All right, so I got to search this area. LotRO points granted. Search the top of the bottom portion of the stairs. So that's going to be up a little bit. I'm also going to remove Queen and the fungus because I'm not going on the other side of that lake again if I can help it. Wow, little Hilbern's legs are going to be hurting. But never skip leg day, man. You never know when you might have to climb the endless stair. Okay, how far up is this thing? Because search the top of the bottom portion of the endless stair. Do I just keep going? Katie, if you could pull up the wiki real quick on the endless stair on this chapter 7 quest. There we go. Never mind, got it. Burned rubble. Just a long way up. Rubble's burned and broken, blocks further passage. So we got to take the burned hat to Lenglamel and talk to Nokvi at the Shadowed Refuge. Porting over there. Belmont, hey Belmont. Good to see you, man. All right, Nokvi.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
Let us hoist a tankard to the fallen. They will be avenged. By Grapthar's hammer.
Time to speak. Great events have been set in motion.
He wants me to defeat Blindstrider, which I've already done twice. So I'm not going to do that again. Unless I end up over there. Let's get back onto the epic and bring that burned hat over. Yeah, porting absolutely saves this game sometimes.
These are troubling signs.
Oh, before we continue, this is pretty cool. So this is going to be a captain that's standing here. Yep, because they've got their little pet, and in this case, it's the undead one, which is pretty cool. It's an oath breaker that you can use as your standard bearer. You describe your discovery of Gandalf's burned hat in the middle of the Black Lake and of the rubble that chokes the endless stair. Lenglamel sighs. Your news of Mithrandir and the lack of news concerning my friend Magor both fill me with anxiety, for we still do not know their fates. I thank you for it, but it could be that Magor at least may soon return to us. Tithaliwen found something while you were away.
We must stop Mosog Zorks before they unleash an evil we cannot counter.
De Thaliwen found an elf stone, much like the ones I gave you earlier, by the cave mouth to Azanarukar, from which emanated a vile stench. You did not place this stone, Hilbern. It must have been Magor. But why would he have left the stone rather than return to the camp himself? I think the cave Magor found must be the source of the great evil Lady Galadriel sensed beneath Moria. Hilbern, if you can rescue Magor from its clutches, he may be able to tell you something of its power. Gather your courage, friend. Whatever this new fell craft be, if it could best a great elf like Magor in combat, it must be dangerous indeed. All right. This instance can only be completed by a solo or two-person group. And I have to talk to Lingabel and travel to Azanarukar. So, Katie, if you want to come with, I don't think you need to, but you can. Oh, I got some items. Oh, okay, cool. Just some useful things that Katie sent me over. All right. Let's go and do this because we'll get inspiration. All right, here we go. Go with courage, Hilbern, into the depths in search of Magor. He may be able to tell us something about the great evil that Lady Galadriel has sensed in the depths.
With the absence of the Balrog, other powers less great, yet terrible still, have arisen in the dark places. Marzog has sent his orcs into the shadowy abyss to entreat or control these powers. Well, it may prove his undoing.
I don't think this is going to be too hard. I mean, I've got inspiration. I think I'll be fine. Oh, man, I've got 11,000 hit points almost. I think I'll be fine. I should have shot him first. Oh, there's some creepy stuff down there that I'm going to have to fight. The Charred Grims. Now I want a hamburger. Can we not have them jump out? Oh, this is bad. Welcome to Azanarukar. There's much to talk about. Will you come with us? I see. Simply put, your death approaches from behind. You will be safe with us. It is true. Others approach. We are exposed. We need to go. Well, come on already. Shadow Rogmul. Yeah, I cannot follow them. Okay. So I just need to kill 2 more berserkers, though. And then defeat Dugluk. Huh. How do I get down there, then? Well, this is interesting. It's an instance, so these guys aren't going to respawn, but... Oh, this is where I came from. Whoa. They have a cave troll. So there's clearly got to be a way to get down there. Maybe if I shoot him... not in line of sight. I'm thinking if I shoot one of these guys from down below, they'll... Yeah, still not in line of sight, supposedly. I thought maybe their path would... like I could watch them climb the hill to come find me. Oh, there's the path down. Oh, that's bad. Just going to check, though, if there's another way. Just in case I get... Nope, there's not. Okay. So it's all one way. So, Alan, does this area make you want to play Return to Moria? No, not especially. I do want to play it, though. The only reason I haven't gotten into it is apparently much better as a multiplayer game. And I do tend to just play when my schedule allows, and that makes multiplayer a little trickier. But I am looking forward to playing that, hopefully with Matt from Nerd of the Rings. They too easily trusted us to help. Aha! Keep going down. Down, down to Goblin Town. Fire Rogmul. Amidst the screams of captured orcs from close by, an elven cry reaches your ears. Intruders! Globsnugger to me! Come on. This is interesting. Whoa! Whoa! Hello, there's just so many of them now. What happened here? I mean, I'm not worried. They're barely making a mark. Ooh, 2 Shadow Rock. Do you dare to attempt entering here? I do more than dare. Aha. Still, I've not defeated 2 more berserkers. There we go. They're the berserkers. Defeated Tugluk. And defeated the last of the berserkers. That troll is probably going to wake up. Not yet, though.
The shadow must fall.
Back! You will never defile me with your poison. Good, they are gone. I am relieved. I thought for certain I would become like them, a monstrosity. They came upon me unaware, surrounding me and taking me captive. One hears rumors of such twisted fates, but now I have seen the wicked pool of filth that corrupts the very depths of this place. I saw it with my own eyes. I will give you a moment to collect your thoughts, and then you must follow me. We will crush these monsters before they can corrupt aught else beyond this wicked place. It shall be a great task. I can only imagine what horrors we will face as we penetrate the area. Hurry, gather your wits, and make ready. All right. So let's get some food in us. I thought he was going to give me a minute to catch my thoughts. All right, let's go. All right, Magor. Let's do this thing, huh? Clear the evil from Azanarukar. You're slow. I mean, you're not Sarah Oakart slow, but you're slow. I'm trying to figure out, like, where these creatures fit in the scheme of evil, right? Like, are they... That was sad. That troll spoke. Pain. Terrible pain, it said. It's a good thing he knows how to get around this place. I'd be lost. There are fouler things than orcs in the deep places of the earth. Oh, he's walking slow now. We're going to get a reveal. We must be careful here. Something stirs below. Come on, Magor. Attack before we are seen. We must cleanse this cave. All right, Magor, I'm following you. Maglor without the L. Oh, that's bad down there. The Flame Drinker. Something terrible remains here where none should dwell. I must go for help. Be careful as you move deeper. Well, thank you so much, Magor. It's this guy, the Flame Drinker. And the Gloom Walker. There's two of them. This is enough. We will protect our new lord. You or us. Decide. But who is your new lord? Oh, I see. I can only attack one at a time. Ooh, that looks terrifying. Like holes in the earth. Interesting. The tab keys, which you would normally use to move between enemies, doesn't seem to do the job here. Feel the flames caress. The flame returns. Okay. Feel the power of shadows. So he's going to come back to me. I can't shoot him yet. Make them understand our power. The flame returns. Defeated the Flame Drinker. Now we get to defeat the Gloom Walker. Once he decides to turn around and come back. Got quite a few messages in the chat here. Morgoth was practicing for many ages. LotRO say the Watcher is a Lovecraftian challenge. Said, hold my beer. Saw. Flame Drinker, a great act. Have it a Moria or Ren Fair. These orcs are living it up down here. Spa, entertainment, cosplayers, flame drinkers. Defeat Gwathnor. That wasn't the boss? That wasn't the boss? So their new lord is somebody named Gwathnor. And I still haven't figured out who this dude is. But this is a big space. Ho! Okay. Oh! That's a lot of warriors. Somehow I don't think my little set trap is going to do a thing to this guy. He looks like he's out of he looks like a Dark Eldar out of Warhammer 40K. But he's going down like a... You gonna die, boy. I'm gonna kill you. All right, you're dead. Completed. Instance new devilry. Can I go out this way? Is this an exit? I don't want to find out. That's not an exit I want to go out. Oh, there we go. Well done indeed. I'm impressed that such a deed was accomplished by the likes of you, and not me because I ran like a coward. Louis, welcome. Magor, I'm back. Good job. Let us leave this place, Hilbern. We've been too long in the presence of this evil, and by we, I mean you. My heart longs for relief from the dread of it.
We have vanquished a great terror.
Magor told us everything, Hilbern, and he has set off on a journey back to LotRO to inform the Lady Galadriel of what has transpired. Your feats are truly incredible, my friend. Not only have you rescued Magor, but you have thwarted the plans of not only the orcs, but more importantly, of Gorothul of Dol Guldur as well. You are wholly remarkable. You have Magor's highest praise, and my own. And I can pick some useless... I mean, they're not utterly useless. They do really good if I didn't have, you know, the crafted stuff, top tier crafted stuff. So let's take the ones that I'll just sell. Yep.
You must return to Lady Galadriel at once.
Now,
there is no time to delay.
Return to Lothlorien. The Lady Galadriel will want to speak with you about what has happened here and what it will mean for the future. Speak with Haldir atop the flat south of the River Nimrodel, and he will arrange a meeting with the lady. Let us get the heck out of here. Oh, no, I can't go port there. All right, let's go. Since I have gone there before, let's guide to the 21st Hall. And then we'll go to the either first hall or I think we should be able to take a stable further out. Wait, that's the stable master we want.
May Doreen return soon to his halls.
So we want to actually see if we can get out and go to Mekembizru. We cannot, but we can go to First Hall. So that'll take us, that'll get us close there. Oh, hi, Lily. Ooh, yeah, getting close to 64. I should probably use some of my perks. Now, from First Hall, I should be able to go out to Mecklenburg. No, I can't. Interesting. Okay. Nanduhirion. Did we get a stable down there? Did we get to Echad Andastel? I don't know that we did. I was going to see if we could take a... Oh, let's see. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Moria ones because we are not going back. I'm not going back there. Canceling Foundations of Stone. And the Dimrill Dale. No, not Dimrill Dale. That's where we're at right now. Forachel. Oh, that's right. Okay. Lothlorien. Collect orc weapons and defeat orcs in Nandahirion. Yeah, we'll take some of these. Athmadul, Drugarmad, and Drugarmad. Okay, so let's take that one. Urukashan. Make him and follow nice. Okay. All right. Let's see what we get here. Hello. Shall I offer a fellowship invite to this poor stranger on a horse? What do you all think, chat? All right. Okay, so we want to go talk to Haldir. He's all the way down there. But let's talk to the stable master and see if we can get our way down to Echad Andestel. We can. It would be cheating because we've not been there yet, but we're going to go ahead and pay a mithril. We're going to take the non-swift version so that we see the area as we go. Of course, we saw some of this last time when I was previously free of the dark confines of Moria. We'll just make our way down through Nanduhirion. I love the steed we're on. That's a how many points on that guy? Is a lot. Whatever it is, you don't want to mess with him. Now we will get off before we actually. No, we'll get there. We'll grab the stable master and the milestone, and then we'll come across to find Haldir. Tired. Have I seen Ted Naismith's recent LotRO? I haven't seen his recent stuff. No, I'll have to check it out. Oh, the music of this place. All right, stable master. Oh, we'd been over here before because I remember seeing the skirmish camp, but we didn't go actually talk to them. Wow, there's a lot of people going around here. Oh, there's some quests that we can pick up here. Should probably grab this milestone. I don't want a milestone in Moria anymore. So let's see what we got.
Hello, stranger. If you are rested, I have a request of you.
The orcs of Moria are numerous, Hilbern, and have become bolder than ever in recent days. Oh, that's right. This isn't epic, so I don't need to read it. Basically, she wants me to look for orc corpses and get the arrows because, you know, elves have a hard time making arrows.
The Lord and Lady have need of your services.
Curse the foul feet of the orcs. The encrusted filth of their boots collects on the banks of the stream. So we've got to collect orc filth because everybody wants to collect orc filth. Got some mail. A deed bestowed, Wanderer of the Golden Wood. Okay. However, we want to set the epic. We want to find our way. Hello, Lily. Find our way over to Haldir and talk to him about. Oh, there's some orc filth. Might as well pick that up while we're here. Oh, there's another piece of orc filth. Might as well get it. Louis asks how the rest of the unexpected moot stream. We did indeed survive. It was good. We ended up, I think, with four was the total for the day, but 2 from the stream. 2 in-person registrations and I think 12 online registrations, and as well as some more contributions to the Moot Fund. And it was all in combination enough to say, yes, we are able to go and complete and make this moot. Sorry, my brain is fried. Yes, as Katie says, it was well worth doing. We did confirm that we are holding the in-person portion of the moot. Whoa! It was absolutely well worth doing. I am still recovering. It was 8 hours of being, on is a little bit rough. I feel like I'm not in the right spot. Like, did I get off track here? Nope, it's the right spot. There's the ladder. Ooh, heavy ilex branches and some Kazad Skarn. Not going to say no. My crafting alts will be very happy. More stuff to make things.
You may enter the Golden Wood.
The Lady Galadriel has called you to her garden,
Shall be swift.
for she wishes to speak with you. I will take you to her. Well, I'm going to have to bid farewell to the group because this is a solo instance. And then I think we'll be done for the day.
You
It's
may
only about
enter the
2:30 then.
But tread with care.
Done with this. We'll come back and chat some more, and I'll look up and confirm the math on that.
Guard my secrets, not the least of which is my mirror. Still, there are times which require a greater knowledge, and this is one such time. Shadows gather in the east, and the fates of lost friends burns in the heart.
I'm going to get to see the mirror. Before I chat with Galadriel, just checking chat real quick. Yeah, Hassel, that bit about making ingots and then turning them into shavings and doing it again, that's new. That did not, well, new-ish. That did not used to be how you do it. You used to have to actually make stuff. But the problem was that you'd end up making armor. The idea was that you'd make it and sell it on the auction house, but nobody cared. So you'd be making stuff that you just throw away. So they ended up adding that feature into the game. Yeah, but of course that doesn't work as a prospector. That only works with the things that you use the ingots for. So metalsmith and weaponsmith, that kind of thing. Okay, well, let's chat. Let's see what we've got here. The Lady Galadriel. Doesn't look a thing like Kate Blanchett. The mirror. All right, let's see what we got.
I know that we value in the darkness.
I am aware of your kindness to Magor beneath the mountains. You are now held high in his esteem, and he accords you great fondness for your part in his rescue. Strange deeds unravel on the many paths of your journey, for as your footsteps lead you to and fro, I perceive that many fates are entwined with your own. Some of your tales seem ended, but locked doors may yet be pried open. My mirror can show many things, and you may ask it what you will. But heed this before you peer into the water. Many valuable answers may come unbidden. Look now and see what may be seen. Look into the mirror, Hilbern, and see what you will. Is this what you call magic?
Mithrandir faced his match in Moria, a Balrog of Morgoth. Into the depths they fell, then rose again up the endless stair. There they did battle one against the other, and the fire of it was terrible. In the end, Mithrandir threw down the Balrog, though he himself fell into shadow. Yet who's to say that his end might be? Not all hope is yet lost.
So this is taking place. Sounds like it's taking place in that very, very brief time frame between the fight. Well, no, because he gets. Yeah, it's the few days between Gandalf's death on the top of Zirac Zigil and the time that he appears in his new body, then returned to Lothlorien. Nate asks, have a question for folks. A lot of video games have tie-in novels. Putting aside all the reasons it would never happen, if the folks behind the writing wrote a LotRO tie-in novel, I have very different opinions about stuff like that than others do. I'm very jealous and protective of IP myself. So yeah, I would almost be. I mean, if anybody could do it, it would be them. But I would be almost offended, is the word. Like, do it in the scope of your license, and they do it in the scope of their license. It's fantastic. All right, Galadriel.
Why hear the Windley will find Gandalf, if he is to be found anywhere in Middle-earth?
Some light is now shed on the riddles, do you not agree? The clues left behind among the foundations of stone begin to form a clear picture at last. Gandalf the Grey strove in Moria with shadow and flame, and they fell, and perhaps rose again. Who had the mastery? It has been said that my eyes see farther than many who are deemed wise, yet keener eyes we need to pierce the darkness that shrouds Mithrandir from my sight. Who can spy upon Moria from all sides and gain rumor of the fate of Gandalf? Only Gwaihir the Windlord can do this. I saw more than the fate of Mithrandir behind your eyes, Hilbern. I saw glimpses of your own fate as well. I love how she glows. I see great webs strung beneath the trees. A friend in peril, her life's blood mingling with venom and remorse. Chattering evil shapes approach. Your bow longs to sing. There are too many, Hunter, even should all your arrows find their marks. But the mirror shows many things, and not all of them may come to pass. Of Mithrandir, at least, the vision is clearer. Gwaihir the Windlord rests in the rear of my garden. Tell him what you have seen. Also in the chat, Louis says, did you relax today after? How long did it end up being a total? Total was 8 hours. And I actually had to kind of write the next day, so I didn't rest too much. Hey, Gwaihir, what's up, dude? I have carried Gandalf before now, and if he yet lives, I will carry him again. I will send out the sharpest-sighted eagles to seek him from every corner of this land, and I will fly until we have learned what befell him. If he is to be found, I and my kind will find him. Return to the lady and tell her I will do this. Whee! I know that Gwaihir will find Mithrandir if he is to be found. Haldir will show you from this place, Hilbern. I will call for him. Sup, Gwaihir? Yeah. All right. Yeah, definitely no dumb questions. I keep basically when you listen to a PPP episode, half of what you hear is stuff I just learned on doing this deep dive, right? I mean, that's especially true now that I'm in the appendices and unfinished tales. Maybe a little less so for Lord of the Rings. But that's only because I've been studying this for, decades. Yes, I am decades old. I know, hard to believe.
You have my thanks.
The Lady Galadriel can see much in her mirror, but it is not known to her or any power whether what she has shown you will come to pass. One day, perhaps, you will look back on your long road and make sense of what you saw today. Only time can tell such things. I thank you for the service you have provided my people, and may the light of the elves shine upon your path and guide your steps aright. For those unfamiliar to Galadrim, we shall name you Friend and allow you to enter our fair home.
You are welcome within Lothlorien, and may visit the hill of Carin Amroth.
You are welcome for the friendship you have demonstrated and your efforts against the orcs and other dangers within Moria. Pass beneath the eaves of the forest to the northeast and travel to the hill of Carin Amroth, the heart of elfdom on earth, in the center of Lothlorien. It is both beautiful and peaceful, and Milwen will be pleased to tell you some of its history. Look for her by the archway west of the hill of Carin Amroth, far to the northeast of here, inside the forest. Now, it's telling me that if I've not completed Volume 2, Book 6, it is encouraged, though not required, that you do so before beginning this quest. Oh yeah, the Shadowy Abyss, right? Which, of course, I've just finished. So I think probably safe to say I'm not going back to any of the Dimrill Dale quests. I mean, I'm going to be 64 here in a minute. These quests are going to go gray or green first, but really low level for me. So we're going to cancel those. We'll keep those just in case. Except for the Nandahirion one. Yeah, what the heck, we'll keep it. But we won't track it. Let me just double check the map, make sure. I think these are all outside of the area that I want to go. Yeah, because I'm supposed to go over here to Carin Amroth, so I won't track those anymore. We'll just track Book 7, Chapter 1 and see the mail that I got. Points granted. I got 35 points. Deed bestowed. Friend of Lothlorien. Title known to the Galadrim. Reputation change. Okay. He's got other quests, but they are Book 9, which I don't want to touch yet. And then the Goodwill of the Galadrim, which is Small Fellowship. All right. I hate to use the port feature, but it is 2:30, so I'm going to use the port feature, and then we're going to grab that Stable Master. So let's just do that. Oh. Carin Amroth. The hill where Aragorn and Arwen plighted their troth, and where Arwen herself laid down to die after Aragorn's death.
Welcome to Carin Amroth. Few only have had the joy of seeing this place.
Few only have had the joy of seeing it in these fading times, its beauty a remnant only of the majesty it once held. For on this mound, Amroth, Lord of Lorien, built his house in the days before his love was lost and he himself vanished from Middle-earth. It is said that when the south wind blows upon the hill, if you listen for the sound of the gulls, you might hear still Amroth calling for his lost love Nimrodel, but she came never back. Milwen pauses a moment, but with a light laugh she recovers herself. Do not look sad, Hilbern. Carin Amroth should be a reminder of happier days. Walk upon the grass and be joyful. Your sorrows will not follow you here. Before you go, Hilbern, you should know that you are not the only hobbit that has come to Lorien in recent days. In fact, I understand that you are known to these hobbits and their friends, and all will be pleased to see you. Frodo Baggins is resting with some members of his company on the crest of the hill. I do not know what errand has brought them to the Golden Wood, or if you have been entrusted with knowledge of it, but I am sure they will be pleased to see you. I love this because now we are crossing over, right? A lot of times we've been behind the Fellowship, and here we are actually catching up with them. Oh, I forgot. I got to go get the stable.
Greetings to you.
And on that bombshell, and on that disappointment, thank you and good night. All right. Look at this. Look at this. I'm climbing Caern Amroth, and look, it's the Eleanor and the Nifredil. If you were paying attention, you'd pick up pretty good details here for sure. I'll still talk to them too, but I want to see where everybody is. Oh, they're up top. All right, let's talk to these two first.
Welcome to Lorien. May I have a word with you?
Okay, she wants me to collect chalk and red berries.
Will you aid the Galathrine?
And I'm supposed to examine Malbrethil saplings. So around the area, which we'll do after we've chatted with these folks up here. I wonder who we're going to see. Look at that. It's Legolas. Where's Frodo? I thought Frodo was here. Oh, this flet is quite high up, isn't it? The Thronway. Gather birchwood and stone. Oh, he's at the bottom of the tree. Thank you.
If you are rested, I have a request of you.
Talk to Penaseth, Melubrinel, and Nyrus. Frodo Baggins and Samwise Gamgee! But look, because he's wearing the ring, I get +1 dread. Pippin is sleeping in our pavilion in Caras Galadhon.
We've come such a long way, haven't we?
Hilbern, when Milwyn told me another hobbit had come to Lothlorien, I had no idea it would be you. Because remember, we saw them in Rivendell. We were there in Rivendell when the Fellowship set off on December 25th. We have each traveled such a long way, haven't we? There is still a long way to go, but here in Lothlorien, I've found it difficult to worry too much about the road ahead. You have to tell Sam and me what has happened since we parted. It feels like a lifetime has passed since leaving Rivendell, and several at least since last we saw Bag End. But Sam does not seem as surprised to see you as I am, Hilbern. You haven't become the chief conspirator of another conspiracy, have you, Sam?
Hello there.
Me, a conspirator? It's not like that at all, Mr. Frodo, and you know I'm not cut out for the keeping of secrets, despite your teasing. It's just that so many queer things have happened to us already. And this place being so elvish and all, I'd just about given up being surprised when something out of the ordinary happens. And here comes Hilbern out of the woods, walking big as you please. These elves have never had so many hobbit visitors before, I imagine, and it seems to me they find us as funny as we find them. You should find Mr. Merry somewhere around this hill, Hilbern. I know he'll be pleased as punch to see you. He's taking one of his walks, and maybe resting in one of the private gardens along the perimeter now. Not sure Samwise would use the word perimeter. Edge, maybe. Okay, so he's over here. But I think we're going to call it for now, and we're going to go find him later. Let's go stand next to Sam and Frodo, though. Right? All right. That was cool. And now we get to talk to Mary. I do love these moments where we get more touches of the actual story as written, like the moments that we got in Rivendell when we said goodbye to the Fellowship. Those are great. Oh, come on now. Why could I not get rid of that camera? Remove. All right. I don't know why. All right, let's pull up the chat, turn that on stream. All right. Everything's just a little laggy here on Restream for some reason. It's kind of odd. But all right, let me catch up real quick on chat. I do have the +1 to hope token. That's true. And thank you all for telling me where Frodo was, by the way. Yep. Mr. Gandalf should not appear yet, and he will not. But I bet we're going to end up getting to see, through perhaps the eyes of Gwaihir, the recovery of Gandalf. That would be fantastic. The actual central story you would have to reconstruct, but certainly, yeah. Oh, yeah. Pan's absolutely right. All right. Well, let me, I'm glad you could catch it too, Louis. Let me pull up real quick the, let's see, that would have been season 7, I think. And Katie, you thought that was episode what again? Oh, hold on. I've got the outline for 269 to 272. So that should tell me, just using my find and replace, looking for the word Erek. Aha, the Stone of Erek. So this was bullet point 23 in that chapter, which was in episode 272, and it was with Don Marshall. And let's take a look. So the height of a man, though its half was buried, so that means it's at least 6 foot tall outside of the ground. That's even with half buried, it's still as tall as a man, which would be 12 feet in diameter. Rock weighs on average 165 pounds per cubic foot, but it's anywhere from 143 to 186 pounds with a diameter of 12 feet. The sphere of rock would contain 288 cubic feet, which is somewhere between 41,000 and 54,000 pounds, depending on what rock it was made of. That's between 21 and 27 tons. Now, if we assume that it's only the height of a man, that, when it's fully out of the ground, that it's only 6 feet, it's still around 6,000 pounds or 3 US tons. And that does seem a lot more manageable. Trying to transport a 27-ton sphere on a boat seems a little unlikely. But I do like the idea of it weighing 27 tons. And that's with 12 feet, because I was thinking ordinary man. I don't know why I didn't do the calculations with 7 foot and 14 foot. I used 6 and 12. But oh boy. Yeah, if we go Elendil, right? So it's 8 foot tall or 16 foot tall, right? If it's 8 foot tall outside of the ground at 16 foot diameter, that's even more insanely. That's going to be in the neighborhood of, just doing some math off the top of my head, somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 tons. So, all right. Well, before I wrap up for the day, are there any last minute questions? I should do the decibels thing, since we like science. Let's see, was that? That wasn't season 7, might have been season 6. Yep. Nope, that's Window on the West, so that wouldn't have been there. Might have been, I guess, season 5, because that would have been when the horn was blown, right? Yeah, Death of Boromir. So, season 5, no. I think I used the word implode, so maybe, oh well. I'll have to figure that out at some point. I'm looking it up, by the way. Trying to desperately find where I put that. It was apparently in Window on the West. Sam observes the trial. Faramir's question. Boromir believed him. Faramir breaks the news. Oh, of course, because that's the first time we heard about the horn. Boromir was my brother. The passage of Boromir. All right, here we go. Oh, it was a mailbag question. That's why it didn't make any sense. So Faramir heard the horn 5 days before leaving Minas Tirith. The timing was interesting because Boromir died around noon on the 26th, based on the mention of the timing during the events of the day, because they'd eaten their morning meal after the sun came up. Aragorn says Frodo had to make a decision. He asks for an hour, wanders off. He comes upon a little upland lawn filled now with the early sunlight. But when Boromir comes back, he tells Aragorn it's been a half an hour or an hour since he'd seen Frodo. After his death, Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas have enough time to search the bodies of the orcs, debate about the riddle, build a bier, prepare his body, and carry it to the water. And even then, the steep sides of Tol Brandir were glowing. It was now mid-afternoon. So sometime between early sunlight and mid-afternoon was when Boromir died, given the length of time they took to sort through the orc bodies. This chapter, this would be Window on the West, began in the late afternoon. So what's that about? The distance between Parthgallen and Minas Tirith is about 220 miles, so it takes 16 to 17 minutes for the sound to travel that far. It's not several hours, so I don't think we're talking about physical sound waves. Here we go. The issue of sound levels. If they'd heard the actual horn, the physical pressure of the sound waves reverberating from the horn itself. When we looked at this back when Frodo and Sam were at the Morannon and heard the horns and drums of Barad-dûr, we measured the distances, came to the conclusion that the drums and horns would have been 135 decibels for them to hear it only as loud as a whisper 120 miles away. That's as loud as a jet airplane. But here we're talking nearly double that distance. Let's call it 220 miles to be generous. To hear that at a whisper level of 30 decibels that far away, the horn would have had to generate a sound of 200 decibels. Eardrums rupture at 150, and sound pressure levels above 180 are fatal. So it could not have been the actual sound waves. It was a magical horn blown at need in the realm of Gondor, and its voice did not pass unheeded. I do love me some science. I do also love the curvature of the earth problems that we get with Legolas and his incredible eyesight. But yeah. I had that same problem, Nate, the rope at the High King's Way. I don't remember what the problem was, but yeah, you'll eventually get there. But what's isolating? Isolating. Not really shared by many. Even Alan and I disagree a bit. Yeah. Oh, adaptations. How you view adaptations. There we go. That's what I get for scrolling backwards. All right. Katie not doing an I was right dance over here. Yep, 272 for the discussion of the Stone of Erech, which I'm looking forward to discussing more at some point later this season, because we're going to be doing the Disaster of the Gladden Fields and talking about Isildur. Balrog wings. It's like, do I like to study Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny? Well, thank you all for joining me today. It was a lot of fun. It's also a lot of fun that I'm not doing this for another 6 hours. No, I had a great time last Saturday, and I do hope to do it again sometime, just not right away. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. So, yeah, this was just a lot of fun. We'll catch y'all next time. And in fact, that next time will be Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific. Just a heads up, I will not be available and not be streaming next Saturday, but I will be streaming on Tuesday the 14th and again on Tuesday the 21st. It's just next Saturday that I've got some things keeping me away. So that looks like the only time I expect to miss a stream until the moot in December. So, and yeah, Chappie Sound makes point. New PP episode is dropping tomorrow. That would be October 12th. That would be Aldarian and Arendis Part 2. And boy, that was a good one. Aldarian and Arendis, what a story that was going to be. 10 episodes. We have recorded 6 of them, and I'm working on writing the 7th one now, but only the second one drops tomorrow. So nice big buffer. All right. Well, you all enjoy the rest of your week. I talk for a living. You'd think that I would know how to continually make sentences. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Haven't decided yet what I'm going to stream from the moot, if I stream at all. It may just be a matter of recording a live episode from the moot like we've done in the past, but I'm not sure about streaming. Just a little bit too busy to try to play LotRO or anything else like that. Lots of things happening that weekend, but we'll worry about that then. In the meantime, y'all enjoy, and I'll see you all Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific. Thank you again so much. Have a wonderful night.